Hi, grade 12. So let's look at a more complex example of using the prop theorem. So in this example, it says D and E are points on sides AB and BC respectively of triangle ABC such that AD is to DB. So let's highlight that. It says AB is to DB 2 is to 3. So that's a ratio, eh? So AD is 2 and DB is 3. So let's give it a letter. So I'm going to make it K. So K because it's a ratio and not a length. And then they say BE. So I'm just going to write it here for you. BE is 4 over 3 times EC. So another way to rewrite this is divide both sides by EC. So then this becomes BE over EC. This and this will cancel, is actually 4 over 3. So that's the ratio for BE and EC. So BE, which is this whole side here, this whole BE is then 4. And this whole EC there is then 3. But it's a ratio. So I must add a letter. So I'm going to make this P. I can't make it K again, because I've already used K for a ratio on a line. So I'm now on another line, so I have to use another letter. Okay, so there's the information. The question is find the ratio CP is to PD. So I'm going to start there. So, okay. So the question is find what is CP over PD. So now I'm going to look in what triangle is CP and PD. So CP and PD, let's highlight, is in this triangle. CP and PD is over there. But remember grade 12s, I am always looking for a prop theorem triangle. So if I have to look here and I'm looking for a prop theorem triangle, can you see that I can use this triangle? Because this line is parallel to this line. So if I'm in the yellow triangle, this line is still parallel to that line. So I'm going to say in triangle CDK. So do you see the yellow one? CDK. And then I start with the ratio that they ask. They ask CP over PD. So in this triangle, CP is this part. So top over bottom is the same as top over bottom. So I'm going to write that down. Is the same as EC over EK. My reason is prop theorem. And the lines that are parallel is this line is parallel to that line. So PE is parallel to DK. Okay? So now I'm going to look for information. So I repeat CP over PD. EC is 3P. Do you see here? EC is 3P. But we don't have EK. We have the whole BE, but we don't have EK. So, okay. I'm going to leave EK as EK. So, grade 12s, I'm going to leave this equation just like this and stop there. Now, I'm going to ask myself, because I'm looking for EK, I'm going to go into another triangle and look for EK. So EK is over here. So I must look, isn't EK in another triangle that I can use? I'm not going to use the same triangle, eh? So EK, I'm going to highlight for you. EK is in this triangle over here. You see there's a prop theorem triangle. So I'm going to write in triangle ABE. So in that prop theorem triangle. And I'm going to start with EK because I'm actually looking for EK. EK over, so EK over the whole BE because I have that BE. That is exactly the same as this one, bottom, AD, So AD over the whole AB. So, and this is prop theorem. And the parallel lines there is DK is parallel to EA. So this line is parallel to that line. Okay, so now fill in the information. EK is equal to BE. BE is 4P. That whole line is 4P. And that is exactly the same as AD. AD is 2K. And AB, the whole AB is 5K. I want EK by itself. So this K and this K can cancel. So I have 2 over 5 times, I'm going to bring the 4P to that side. So times 4P. And if you have to simplify EK, remember you can write 4P over 1. So this times this and this times this. This gives me 8P over 5. So EK is 8P over 5. So I'm going to use this now. EK is 8P over 5. So here, where I had EK, there, I'm going to write CP over PD is equal to 3P over. Now, I just worked out EK. EK is 8P over 5. 8P over 5. So CP over PD is the 3P on top times. I'm not going to divide. When I times, they switch around. So 5 goes on top and 8P goes to the bottom. So CP over PD on the side. This P and that P will cancel. 3 times 5 is 15 and this is over 8. And now I have a ratio without a P and a K. So the final answer is CP over PD is 15 over 8. And that's how you would do that question.